Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you today? Sorry, that just bothered me. Well, anyway, how are you on this fine Sunday afternoon, late afternoon? Well, I hope you had a good day, baby crone.
Yes, baby Crone had a wonderful day.
Tell me about your day, because you're looking gorgeous. That's the new baby.
Yes, new baby Crone has emerged. And thank you. And I am loving every bit of it. And today, it only took us just a week to get here since we announced that I was going to change my looks just slightly.
A makeover.
Yes, how fitting. So it's that time of the year, so let's just start with some of the news.
I got something that I want to talk about.
What?
Speaking of makeovers and speaking of people changing, however, you look different. It's nothing about you has changed. It's just that the world just get to see you without locks. You used to have really long locks.
That
We
is
both
true.
did. And a year ago, we cut them all off.
Yes.
So I've been out my locks about a year, and she was out hers. And we decided to let her hair grow out, and so the story goes. And
love it. Variety and versatility.
right. And speaking of that and hot topics, let's go with Candy Burr's daughter.
Oh.
I forgot her name. Pull her up for me. As good as I know her name, she Raleigh. I think her name is Raleigh. She has lost a lot of weight, and people are saying that her head is too big for her body. They are saying things like that.
Oh my God.
I think she had some kind of sleeve or gastric work done. At the end of the day, you see her?
Mm-hmm.
Just put a picture up there, please, when you do it. I don't like that. And I, frankly, from what I saw, I thought she looked fabulous.
Yes.
I really did. And I think Raleigh, is that her name?
Yes.
She's tall, I think. And I think she's tall, and I think that people just not used to her being small. Outside of that, I think she looked fabulous. Sometimes you just got to get used to a person when you're not used to them being when you're used to them being one way, and then you see them and then they smaller or larger, it's shocking to the eyes. So don't think that her head is too big for her body. No, there's nothing wrong with her head. I mean, if her head was too wrong with her body, she would have trouble with her head in life. That's a medical condition. So no, her head is not too large for her body. It's just that you're not used to seeing her that small.
Yes.
That's all. And I think she looked fabulous. I want to see the whole kit and caboodle of her body. But I'm happy for her because you know what? Weight is nobody's friend. Other than those that are suffering from lack of weight. Mm-hmm. But weight is nobody's friend. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, you are. And the thing is that weight is something that can make you look taller or shorter depending on your statue already.
Absolutely. Baby Crone used to be way bigger than what she was. Yes. And you wouldn't believe that she's 5'7", but you could tell she's way taller than me, but she's 5'7", and you wouldn't even believe it, but when she was heavier, she didn't look it.
Yeah, that is true.
But now she looks it. So anyway, enough of that. I just wanted to share that about Raleigh. Let's go ahead on and go with the next news.
Yes, we're gonna start off with some very sad news.
I wanted to say something about Raleigh so it wouldn't slip my mind.
Yes. DJ Twist, Stephen Twitch Boss, ended his life recently. And it was in a hotel room, and allegedly this is the second worker from Ellen DeGeneres to lose their life.
I know that Ellen DeGeneres have to be absolutely saddened over this. Absolutely saddened. In 2 years, you know, she lost the ex-girlfriend, which she wasn't close to, and now this. Boy, is that not talking? Is that not the universe speaking out loud? Mm-hmm. You know, and not only that, Ellen DeGeneres lost her show So there's been a lot of loss she's dealing with. And I wonder what is the universe trying to say to her right now. It's time to reflect, Ellen, and it's time to sit back and think and make that change. The wheel of fortune is before you. You get a chance to spin it again. Make the right choices. So, anyway.
I don't know, that sounds like it would be good for a tarot reading.
Yeah, prayers going up for Twist. What is his name? Twitch.
Stephen Boss.
Twitch Boss, to his family and his loved ones and his friends. Honestly, my heart is saddened that another star has gone from us. So, whatever that made him do it.
At the age of 40.
Jesus, whatever it was. Whatever depression is real, folks.
Yes.
Depression is real.
And I just want to toss it out there because Tyler Perry did open up about his struggles with mental health and allegedly trying to off himself a couple of times. Not to be like that, but just sometimes people don't need to put their 2 cents in there, but we also have to stop stigmatizing mental health and illness and be able to have these open discussions about how we're feeling mentally inside, especially after being put into the house because of a world bug that was going around. So, well, off of that sad news, but onto some juicy drama that's going over there with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Oh, Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. I don't know. When her ex-girlfriend,
Kelsey.
Now, see, first she said that he did it. Then she changed because they was having an affair, her and Tory was having an affair, and now she's trying to play Switzerland like I don't remember. Girl, stop it. This just sounds like a cartoon.
Yeah, it sounds like some high school mess.
And people showing up missing. This sounds so creepy, scary, and blackish. It is so tacky. It's like, is the law in on this? Is this a joke? Is this some new show that's going to come on TV and we're all in it? I mean, we got Kylie kicking Meg out of her house.
Yes.
Jesus, what the
And Kylie apparently flirting with Tory.
What in the blue Jesus is this? This is crazy. So whatever's going on, I have to say this. I have to. Megan was hurt.
That is true.
Somebody did something. And we shouldn't demonize Megan for what happened to her, no matter what. It should never come to violence.
That is true.
And that had to have been a horrible thing to experience, that somebody shooting at you.
Right, and allegedly
and you
they were drunk.
And they all been drinking. That's horrible. And shooting, telling her to dance. I can't imagine to be thinking that my life could be ended right now.
Yeah.
And Meg said this thing is so horrible that what she's dealing with and what all of this that she's going through, she wished that she said it would have been okay with her if she would have died. I'm not quoting her, but she said something to this effect, that it would have been like I should have just died.
Yeah.
That's how stressed this is, and yet she is the victim.
And even her boyfriend came out and talked about it because he said that it's just embarrassing to hear
all
her.
the people she done slept with, all this coming. She's on trial. She's on trial like she shot herself.
Yeah.
This is horrible, people. This is horrible. With prayers going up for me.
Yes. And it took 2 years to get in court, and this is what we're going through.
And I just hope that this thing just gets settled. I really do. Excuse me, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
I need some
oh yes. moving on from the drama, let's talk a little bit about Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, yes. She was on a set doing something.
Paranormal activity show.
Yeah, a new show. Is it a second season or something?
I'm not
Pull
sure.
it up, but I know that she was doing something and she fell ill and was rushed to the hospital.
And it just reminds me, because there was, speaking of paranormal activity shows, there was one on Netflix just recently that came on, and one of the paranormal specialists that was there actually get hospitalized.
What?
Yeah, I will find out the name and I will put it right here. He was actually going through a demonic possession by being in this place. So
can I see it?
Yeah, sure. And not saying that Sharon Osbourne went through this, but dealing with the paranormal activity, you have to be really careful.
You really have to be careful dealing with this. And you have to know your strength and you have to know your weakness. Just because you have a gift, not everybody can deal with everything. Sometimes when you're dealing with the paranormal like that, you have to be strong in a faith. You understand what I'm saying? Because some of these demonic spirits deal with spiritual of Christian faith. Some of them deal with Jewish faith. Some of them deal with Muslim faith, and on and on and on. So you got to be diverse, and you got to know what kind of spirit or what was going on in that house. So, I mean, you got to really be careful with that, honestly.
Yes. It is called The Osbournes Want to Believe. It's going to come on the Travel Channel.
It's not started yet?
Let's see, has
Let's
it started?
just be, just careful like
yes,
that.
Yes, it has 2 seasons.
Yeah, so like, people like to go in haunted houses, but you got to guard yourself. You got to know, and like when they show these paranormal shows on TV, honestly, I just think they're horrible. Why are you doing something and you're scared to death? If you're that scared, why are you doing it? It's like you're playing trick or treat.
That is true.
It's like, if I'm doing this, then why am I jumping and I saw something, and then the music.
Yes.
You don't have to do all that when it's real.
No.
You don't have to do none of that and all that. And you know what? They really need to get some people that are just bold and not afraid.
Yes.
When you're doing stuff like this, you got to walk in authority. I do think it should be 2 people to a set. No one should be alone, definitely. But I'm saying, you should be bold. You shouldn't have fear. Yeah, you see something, you should be able to grab yourself, collect yourself. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, the way they do it on TV, it's busted. That's all I got to say. Even though I do look at it and find some complaints on it. I don't look at it and complain, but I just do think that it's kind of phony, and they need to stop being so afraid. If you're doing this, why are you scared?
Exactly.
You say, I saw something. You're supposed to see something. That's why you're there. Oh, something touched me. Well, that's why you're there. Oh, I think I can't take it. Why are you here? I think we're going to stop filming. Why are you here? This just,
Oh, yes, it's even worse when they're filming and they say, we're leaving. That was the whole point. You came there was to
It's too much. It's too much. Well, I can understand backing out when it's too much.
Yes,
that's
true.
Can. But they squeamish over the darndest things.
Sissies.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you called them sissies.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I do watch their show. I just think that that's corny.
Yeah. But that's just a little last note. I do like paranormal activity shows just for the fact that we get to see the unseen world, and that also gives us ways to figure out what's going on in our daily lives too. If we encounter these things, so it's very informative.
It's just that I don't like the way that they're supposed to be masters at this, and they're screaming like teenagers. It's just.
That's what makes it corny.
That's what makes it corny, because you should be able to stand flat-footed against this. You shouldn't be scheming. When something touched you, you should be able to speak to that entity.
Exactly.
You should be able to tap in and feel that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when you're afraid, yeah, you gotta resist that fear. You know? When you're confident in something, confidence is like love. And it casts down fear. Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just feeling, because when you're confident in yourself, that's love. That's another form of love. So when you're confident, it's that confidence that casts down that fear.
Yes.
I feel that in my soul. That's like a witness for myself right there. I felt that. You felt it earlier.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so remember that. So, yeah, you feel fear, but that fear should turn into confidence. And like, I know in whom I believe. You should be able to speak to that, back up off me. You should be able to, whether you're dealing with a religious spirit or whether you're just dealing with some kind of demonic possession. And some of these things are horrible. And if it wasn't for the dimension, some of them just can't come through and penetrate. And by them dealing with all this dark matter, you know, they could be easing stuff out into the universe and the ozone layer cracking. Hey, it's a lot going on above and below. And in the very deeps of the ocean. I'm just saying. Okay. Yes. That's one of my favorite subjects, you know. But go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes. So, do you want to talk about a little entertainment news?
Please. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So for entertainment news, on New Year's Eve in Miami, it is going to be Dolly Parton with Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
Yes, on NBC. It's going to be nice to see. Mm-hmm. And also, there was an interview where Miley Cyrus talked about how much of a difference it's going to be between hosting New Year's Eve with Pete Davidson last year and Dolly Parton this year. Mm-hmm. And she said that she has such great chemistry with both of them and two different types of chemistry that it's just going to be two different
types of shows. But I think her and Pete Davidson had a little fling, I think, at one point.
I think so. I think that's why they had the good chemistry.
Allegedly, but Nora Molly and Pete, I'm sure.
Yes. So,
but I think that they were going through something and he had her name gotten off of her advice. Come on, okay, something like that. Yeah, something was going on. Something. Somebody was knocking the boots. Go ahead.
Right. So, next in entertainment news. Oh yes. Number one for the last 2 weeks is Mariah Carey with All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yes.
Mariah, that's right, her Christmas. She loved Christmas. Everybody know Mariah loved Christmas.
Yes, so that means it's Christmas time, guys.
Yep, all I want for Christmas.
And the winter solstice is on the 22nd.
That's right. Winter will be officially here. Ooh, we're getting through it. After we go to the winter solstice, 3 more months of this, and we are about 2 more months of this, and we're rolling up out of this. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See, because we'll have January and February. And March, you're just rolling on up out of this.
That starts spring.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, man, look at that. Learning astrology has taught me the seasons and how to track time. So, speaking of tracking time, Britney Spears' husband feels like he doesn't need to control Britney Spears and what she posts and what she does, even though he was not a fan of her posting intimate pictures of herself on social media, even though they were deleted shortly after. He still supports her in doing whatever she wants because she's now free from being controlled.
I get that. But Brittany, you ought not to be doing stuff like that. You're a married woman now. But whatever you felt inspired, I don't know, maybe you was just having an off day. Or maybe you're just feeling a sense of freedom. Who knows? I just hope that your husband love on you and take care of you and there because he really, really love you. Come on, let's go.
So, lastly, in entertainment news, on TikTok, there was an ick trend that got 4 nurses fired in an Atlanta hospital called Emory. And it was very distasteful. And what happened is that they were labor and delivery nurses, talking about complaints that they had of their patients. And since then,
saying horrible things.
Yes.
And the patients that were patients, the people that were patients there are seeing them make fun of them over the air on the TikTok. Tacky.
Is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
What?
My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands. Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain with just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push the call light, but every 5 minutes, your family member coming at the front desk asking for something else.
Excuse me, can I have a blanket?
Another ick, when you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh no.
Ick.
Say that.
It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
So what about that ick now? What was that last thing you said about it?
yes, the delivery nurses were making terrible complaints. And what is awful about it, I'll even play a snippet for you guys. What was so awful was that they were on the clock with their name tags. Even though the video may have had it covered up. Well, at least some other people may have covered up.
And you know what it says?
uploaded.
It's black women on top of it. It was a couple of white women, but it was black women mainly. And the thing is that this is what I call educated fools. How can you be so educated and lack morals? That don't make sense to me.
Yes.
You lack moral ethics. What about your bedside manners? This is horrible. You're nurses.
And what's unethical about that too is even though you're not disposing patients' information, you're talking about them, so it's almost breaching patient confidentiality.
Yes.
So.
And every last one of you who had something negative to say, you ought to be fired. That's not cool. It's not cool. You wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. You're getting cocky. Come on back down, my sisters. Come on, think about it. And why would you put stuff like that? That's not nice. You are in this business because you care. And because you love. And because you have a love for the sick. If you lose that, then this is not the job for you anymore.
And they make a bad image for nurses because honestly...
And it makes a bad image for black nurses.
Yes. Because this is the stereotype.
Especially if it was a hospital that had predominantly black nurses.
Right, you're in Atlanta, Georgia.
And then all of a sudden you got white women looking at it going, oh, I'm glad I didn't go there. Come on, people. We could do better than this. Come on. We rising up. Let's rise up and elevate our minds and be classy, especially in the workplaces. And stop recording every darn thing. It's silly. It's silly, and I hope you learned your lesson from that. I'm sorry you guys lost your job, and then again, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. I just hope that you learned a lesson from this.
Yes, and to put it out there, one of the nurses did almost look as young as me, so I will just put it out there. They really taught our generation when we were growing up to be careful what you post online because your employers can search you up and also find out information about you, and they will judge you on that, and you can lose your job.
Well,
and here we are seeing that happen in real time.
Over and over.
And nobody is learning their lesson. It's like social media is like addiction.
Like people want to put everything. It's like you have no moral compass. Anytime you go to your job, like there was this other video where people, I don't remember if he was singing, and it was a guy, and he would just be like, I hate my job, and he'd be standing around just singing about how he hated his job. People, come on, rethink. And unfortunately, they show black people doing these things.
Yes.
People. We are not lazy.
Ridiculous.
We are not lazy. We are not tacky. We are not. We are not that.
So that was it for entertainment news.
That was icky what you guys did.
Yes, y'all are the icks. So they're the butt of their own joke. So speaking of not being the butt of a joke, Amy and TJ Holmes seem to be very happy.
Yeah. I thought that she had her job back. And they thought I thought, come on. Okay, everybody had their own feelings about it. You have yours, I have mine. Everybody had their own. I feel like they can do what they want. They're grown people. Their marriage is not my concern. As long as you come to work and you do what you got to do, and y'all just don't bring that stuff on the job.
Yes, there was actually a clip of them making a joke about a picture or something the day, like a week before, something like that.
But was it in a relationship way, or was it like as in co-workers?
The co-anchors seemingly joked about the eventful week following the photos.
It's too bad it's Friday.
Is it?
It's been a great week. Just want this one to keep going and going and going. Just enjoy it.
Speak for yourself.
Take it all in.
I am very excited about the weekend, and I'm sure everyone else is too. We all love our Fridays around here.
Did you see it?
I did see it.
Okay.
I just thought it maybe had like subliminal messages because they were saying it was such a good week that they want the week to keep going on and on.
Well, you know what? That's how young love is. And you know what, though? Sometimes, you know what? This is what life is all about. We marry the wrong people. We date the wrong people. And we hope one day we strike it and we hit it right. Sometimes we stay in relationships and marriages that are horrible because we married the wrong person and we don't know how to let go. You got to learn to let go and live your life and be free from all of, you were saying something, a news person was saying that we're going to be living in a world where your own liberties are going to be taken away. You won't be able to say what you want and think what you want. And as much as I love my liberties, as much as I love them, as much as I love my liberties, it just seems like we're so immature.
Yeah.
It just said we can't handle that.
Yeah, that's why.
It's like people go too far, like the it girls. It's like you would think people would know better. They don't know. You would think, oh, this is crossing the line. You would think I shouldn't film this. I shouldn't say that. But it's like everything is everything, and we get on Kanye West about it.
Yep, we do.
But we all, suffer from diarrhea of the mouth. So it's like, as much as I want my freedom, word sets off the course of hell. And it causes people to want to fight. So it's like, what do you do? And that goes with comedians too.
Yes.
It's just, yes, I believe in freedom of speech, but if it's getting this horrible, we gotta do better. It's gotta be somewhere in the middle. But I saw somewhere where someone was saying that our liberty of speech is going. What was it? The liberty,
freedom of speech.
the freedom of speech is going to be tampered with, and I don't want that. But under the circumstances, what do you do?
Exactly.
I don't want that. Do you?
No, I do not.
But I don't want anybody to just think they could say anything and be so offensive and hurt other people's feelings. When we couldn't do that, we didn't hurt each other's feelings.
That's very true.
And
now we're a very sensitive time of people.
Right. So I am for freedom of speech, but something got to be done. We got to be mindful what we say, especially in the workplaces. And not only that, even what we film.
Yes, honestly, you have to film with responsibility.
Yes. Tell them, mother. Tell them, mother.
Sorry. So lastly,
This is last?
Yes, it's last.
How can it be that we only talked for 5 minutes?
No, we did not.
Okay, go ahead. we missing something.
I don't think we're missing anything.
But go ahead. What was the last?
The last thing was that Khloe Kardashian.
Okay, of course the Kardashians.
Yes.
We can't go about the Kardashians.
No. Again, with a lie detector test, I don't think
What
they
was
learned.
that?
Yeah, I don't think they learned their lesson.
To prove that what?
She didn't. She's not.
Are
sleeping
you
with
serious?
Tristan.
That's what this is about.
Yes. Really, it was a vanity. They were doing a lie detector test on each other. Khloe and Kourtney. Which Kourtney, you're with the Kardashians again. I mean, she's a Kardashian, but she's trying to separate herself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she was trying to figure out more questions to ask Khloe, and she was like, "Is there anything I should ask?" And Khloe said no. And then Kourtney was like, "Oh, are you sleeping with Tristan?" And Kourtney laughed, and then she was like, "No, I'm so serious." And then the lie detector said that she passed, and that is correct. She is not sleeping with Tristan.
Is there anything else you'd like me to ask you?
No.
To clear up? Anything you'd like to clear up? Any rumors?
What?
Are you sleeping with Tristan?
No, I am not. I'm really not.
Sam?
Yes, that's true.
Bravo.
I would die if it said I was.
You know, why would I believe anything they say that they hook up themselves? We saw what their mother did.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's just say if it was done, let it be done right, like the right way, where it's done correctly. I don't know. Anyway.
And Vanity's like a magazine. So
Vanity Fair did it. I don't know. I don't know.
A little something for the tabloids, stir up some drama.
And anyway, if you are sleeping with Tristan, who cares? I mean, at the end of the day, who cares? People like to gossip.
Yeah.
Gossiping, meaning they don't care. If they cared, they wouldn't gossip.
That is true.
Right? They will say what they have to say and be done with it.
Like you do.
Like you do. But if you keep talking and talking about it, meaning you don't care. You're just gossiping. You just something to do. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why Khloe would care. If you sleep with him, you sleep with him. If you don't, you don't. I mean, I just feel like he done just ran a number up in your mind.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you say you over it or this and that, it hurts. Love takes time to heal. It fades away, darling. It just don't get up and run. Sometimes, but it fades away. Here a little, there a little, here a little, there a little, and little by little, month by month, 6 months go by, a year and a half, and you look around and you be like, wow, that's how it works. A little at a time. It takes time. So,
actually, there is a bit of side news that I did forget to mention.
Thank you.
Yes. One side news is that Rihanna shared some pictures of her baby with A$AP Rocky. Yeah. And speaking of babies, allegedly Krishan Rock might possibly be pregnant with Blueface's baby. Because they posted a picture and it was vague, and they were holding each other, and she said mom and dad. And then in another picture, it looked like he was holding her stomach when they were like sitting with each other in the car. And it just sounds messy if she is pregnant. But I was trying to look at her pictures. I'm like, it doesn't look like she's pregnant, but we don't know how long she's gone. So
well, I hope that she is, because if she is, maybe that would settle her down, and she'll have something by Blueface, and maybe that'll settle her down. I don't know. I just think she's a beautiful girl. I just wish she could just fix her insides, and whatever that brokenness is, I hope that she can find whatever it is to fix it. But whatever it is, it's not with Blueface, because he broke himself. So, two broke people, the blind leading the blind. Boy, oh boy. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. See how they run, see how they run. They all went after the farmer's wife. They cut up their hair with a bow. Like with 3 line mice.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the brown round. This is our hot lemonade. I know we miss a lot of things. I'm trying to think of something that we missed. I'm sure we missed something, but those were the things that popped up in our heads. But nevertheless, we'll be back here next week. You know. In God's time, we'll be here and we'll be giving you some more hot lemonade.
Yes.
Hang in there. Still subscribe. We want your subscribe. We want your thumbs up and comment.
Yes.
Please comment. And if there's anybody who you want me to do a reading on, let me know. You know that's my thing. You know I love it.
You want to do a reading on Megan Thee Stallion in the court case?
I am going to do a reading on that, but I will not do it right now. That is something I'm going to do separately.
Yeah, I was putting my request. You heard it from Baby Crone.
So I will be doing that probably tomorrow for you, or one day this week. I definitely will be doing that for you. So I know you're not going to let me forget. So there will be a reading coming up with Megan Thee Stallion and
Tory Lee.
The case, the court case. Woo, wish me well. So with that being So with that being said, have a lovely week, a good work week. You know what, hang in there. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for supporting us. We're moving. We really, really want your votes. We only have a little bit more to go. Please, we really, really want your votes and not votes. Subscriptions, right? We really want them subscribe, thumbs up us. We really, really want the thumbs up because all of this helps the algorithm. And not only that, please leave your comments below. And if there's anybody that you want me to read about, I'm your girl. I love doing it. Well, that's all I have for now. Is there anything you have to say, gorgeous?
No, there's nothing I have to say.
All right, can you give them that Vogue look? 1, 2, 3. Ciao.